So hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my cage videos. Hopefully this video is going to be a quick one because I do want to try and edit this video on the day I'm filming it. I actually have a day off work, so I thought I might as well use my time to set up Bluebell's autumnal cage. I'm not going to be deep cleaning the cage. I'm just going to be doing a spot clean, and I'm also going to be adding some more substrate. I'm just going to be cleaning up areas of her cage. I'm going to clean out inside her hideaway a little bit because I didn't do that last time, but I'm just going to give that a little clean out. I'm going to save some of the bedding so I can pop it back in so she's got a familiar scent, but it is quite nice to sort of properly clean that out every once in a while. And I'm going to be switching up the items. So she's currently got a Halloween theme at the moment, which you can probably see just there. I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of her cage before I make a start on it. I do actually have a Halloween cage video. I'll link that in the description if you want to see how I decorated her cage for Halloween. So if you did see that video, this one is going to be pretty similar because her Halloween theme does include some pumpkin stuff. Some of those items will be remaining for her autumnal theme. And if you're wondering why I'm doing a autumnal theme and not a Christmas theme, because we're now in November. November is actually prime time for autumn. So she has a Halloween cage in October, autumnal cage in November, which is one of my favorite setups to give her, and then in December she'll have her Christmas cage. So stay tuned for that in a couple of weeks. And if you're wondering why I'm just doing a spot clean, I find it a lot less stressful for hamsters. This works if you have a huge enclosure like I do. You don't have to change the substrate every month. You can leave it for a couple of months and just clean out the dirty area. Bluebell isn't really a messy hamster at all. She tends to store all her food in her hideaway, also poos in her hideaway or a couple of hideaways, and she mostly pees in her sand dish. She's got a little hideaway in her sand dish and she usually pees in there. So her cage is relatively quite easy to keep clean, so I don't have to deep clean it every month. I will do a deep clean every couple of months, and when I say a deep clean, I will leave some of the old substrate in the cage, but just remove a majority of it, if it makes sense. So if you're just wondering why I'm only doing a spot clean again, or a slightly more in-depth spot clean and not taking out all the substrate, that is the reason why. And also I feel like the videos that I've done over the last couple of months, there's always been one or two people in the comments saying that apparently I don't care about Bluebell and I don't care about the stuff she has in the cage. Like, apparently the stuff I use in the cage don't benefit her and all I care about is making it look pretty and buying hammocks to make it look pretty. And no, that is not the case. If you've been watching my hamster cage videos over the years, you will know that I've always done themed cages. That's just something that I like to do, and especially because I have an Instagram account as well, it's quite nice to share the different themes that I do over on there. And there's also a lot of people on Instagram who do themed cages for their hamsters, but just because you want to go for a particular theme doesn't necessarily mean you're just putting items in there to make it look pretty. Obviously the stuff on the outside of the cage don't benefit Bluebell in any way. That's more for me, like her name sticker, gel clings, and like the furniture balls and the lights and stuff. That's obviously for me because it's on the outside of the cage. She doesn't care, but it's not like I've neglected the inside of the cage. She has pretty much all the essential things that she needs, and there's enough stuff in the cage to give her some natural enrichment. Bluebell always seems quite happy and content in her cage, but I just thought I would mention that because I feel like at least someone has said that in every single one of my recent videos. And it's like, no, obviously I don't just care about the cage looking nice. If you watch the videos where I'm setting up the cage, I always set up the cage first and then I add the themed items, and I don't just go out every month and buy items to match a theme. Most of the stuff that I've had for years. It's just stuff that I've, you know, collected. I've had hamsters for 8 years in total, and I've obviously accumulated quite a few things, so I'm not just going out every single month and buying cute things to decorate the cage. And then I've had people saying, oh, does she even use the hammocks? And yeah, she does use them. She doesn't sleep in them, but she uses them a lot, and I can hear when she's on them in the night because they make a rattling sound. She likes to walk over them, sometimes generally just stand in there for a little while, and I do have my hammocks quite low down to the ground, so if she jumps out, she's not going to jump out and injure herself because they're quite low down, if that makes sense. I can adjust the height with hooks, and yeah, she loves her hammocks and her tunnel. She doesn't try and destroy them. She's really good with them. She'll sometimes prefer to walk over the hammock than walk under the hammock. So yeah, she does use. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that. But that's the thing, when you make hamster videos, there's always going to be someone criticizing the way you do things. And I know my cages are not perfect. There's a lot of things I could improve about my cages, but they're not bad. She's got everything that she could possibly need and probably more. Obviously my cages could be a lot better, and I'm sure over time and in the future they will just get better and better and better. Anyways, enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and quickly give you guys an overview of her current cage, and then I'll show you the items I'm going to be using for her autumnal theme. It's not a lot of stuff. I'll also go ahead and show you guys the substrate, and then we're going to make a start on the cage. So here's an overview of Bluebell's enclosure. So this is the IKEA Detolf, and I've got it sitting on top of 2 IKEA mom drawers. So as you can see on the outside, we've got a bunch of stickers. So these ones here, like the name sticker, and these are all furnishables. I think there's about 2 different packs mixed together. I've had them for a couple of years, and then this name sticker, you can buy that separately. Then I've just got some gel clings here, which are from Amazon and the Pound Shop, and these pumpkin lights, which I absolutely love. I've had these for quite a few years. I got them from the Pound Shop also. We lift up the lid here. We've got this hammock. My hammocks are from Smudge and Mr. Moo. She's got this really cute bat hammock, which I love. She's also got this coconut hideaway hanging up. She's got a water bottle. If you guys saw my last video, I did mention that I was going to switch out her water dish for a water bottle, because I know a lot of people say a water dish is more natural, but putting water in the dishes were ruining the dishes, because it makes, I don't know how to describe it, but it leaves like a white rim around it, and I ruined about 6 dishes with giving her water in there. They always end up with bits in there, and you're having to constantly clean them out, and I just think it's a bit unhygienic. And the other day Bluebell actually fell in her water dish, and she wasn't very happy about that. Filled up her water bottle, or I think it was this week actually. I switched over to the bottle, and she's more than happy using the bottle, to be fair, and I think she prefers it because the amount of time she's accidentally ran into her water dish. So yeah, that's why I have a water bottle, before anyone comes at me saying that water bottles are bad and you need a water dish. I personally prefer using water bottles. I've been using them for years, and I've had no issues with them apart from them leaking sometimes, but yeah. Anyways, you're wondering where the water bottle is from. It's from Pets at Home. It's pretty much very similar to the Living World water bottle, which I also have, but the Pets at Home one doesn't leak as much. And we've got her wheel, which is from Pets at Home, and some other natural items here. And then we've got her multi-chamber hideaway, which I am going to be cleaning out. We've got another coconut hide, another hanging wooden shoe. So it's a pumpkin tunnel, also made by Smudge and Mr. Moo, and it's black inside, and she uses it quite a lot, so you can see like her fur and the substrates all in it. And I love this tunnel. I think I'm going to be leaving it up. And then this is just an overview of this side of the cage, and you can see her sand dish at the back and the little hideaway in there where she pees. And we've got this really cute pumpkin dish, which I will be keeping in the cage. So I'm going to quickly go over the substrates. So in this section I'm using tortoise terrain, which you can find in Pets at Home in the reptile section, and I've used the entire bag. I would use 2 bags, but I don't want to make this cage too heavy, because you know it's obviously not a proper cage, and it does buckle if you've got a lot of stuff in it. So yeah, I've just got 1 bag, and this stuff is really heavy. And then here we've just got aspen mixed in with bark, and then over here we've got hemp substrate mixed in with hay. It was layered when I first put it in, but it's not anymore, because she does dig around in this section quite a bit. It doesn't look that deep on camera, but in person it's like 6 inches of bedding, because I always get people saying you need to have 6 inches of substrate so that hamsters can burrow. I know, and she does have 6 inches of substrate. I am going to be topping this up today, because I've got some more substrate, because I ran out, and it did flatten down a bit, because it always does. It's always higher when you first top it up, and then it flattens down a bit. But I'll go ahead and really quickly show you guys the items that I want to include in her autumnal field enclosure. These are stuff that I've had. I think I got most of this stuff last year actually, and I've had some of the stuff for like 2-3 years. But we're going to start over here. So first of all, I have this leaf chew. It's a loofah chew, which is from Pets at Home. I don't know if they've done these this year, but I got this last year. Also from Pets at Home last year, I got these mushrooms. We've just got a pine cone. These are great to pop treats in, so these can act as a natural boredom breaker. And here we've got this Pets at Home garland, which I think I got last year or the year before. I've changed the hooks because it came with wooden hooks and they don't fit through the bars of my cage, so with a lot of my hanging items I do have to adjust them. But yeah, it's just got pine cones on there, and then here we just have some acorns, which looks so sweet, so I can't wait to put this in her cage. And then over here we have some fairy lights. I got these off Amazon and these are beautiful when you turn them on, so I'll switch them on. And yeah, I love these so much. Then moving over here, these are the hammocks that I got custom made for her from Smudge and Mr. Moo last year. I have two different ones. So we've got this beautiful autumnal pattern, and inside we've got this burnt orange fleece, and this is the one I'm going to be using in her cage because I'm going to be keeping the pumpkin tunnel on the other side. But I also have this one with this sort of mustard yellow fleece on the inside. And then here we've got some furnishables. So these ones I think they're from the same set, I think. I can't remember, but I've had this set for like this is my third year, I think. We've got this name sticker, which I don't think I've used yet, or maybe I did for her bee theme, I can't remember. But I'll either use this or keep the black one, I'm not entirely sure, we'll see. I'll probably end up using this one. And then here I've just got this new pack of leaves. I got this last year, but I had already done her cage, so it was a bit too late to use them. So I'm gonna put them on her cage this year, and I'm really excited because these look so good. And also, if you didn't know, I do have an Etsy store. I sell a bunch of handmade treats, toys and cage accessories for small animals. My shop is called Tinypawsandco. I'll have it linked in the description. But I've got a range of autumnal chew toys and treats as well, but these are the autumnal chew toys that you'll be able to find over on my Etsy, and I'm going to be adding them to my cage today. I do actually have Christmas chews available. I will be using them in my Christmas cage next month, but I have Christmas chew toys available on my Etsy now, which I added a couple of days ago if you want to go ahead and check them out. First of all, we have this hanging chew, which I do in a handful of different colours, and then we have this bigger hanging chew with yellow and orange beads and bits of loofah, and this is just so sweet. And then lastly we have this really nice garland with the orange and yellow, and I love this. This set is just so cute, and I can't wait to pop these in her cage. Now on to the substrates I'm going to be using. So this is the hay that I use. I've not had any issues with it. I've used it quite a few times now. So this is what the hay looks like. It's not completely green and it's not completely brown. It's kind of in the middle, and it smells really nice and fresh. And then here is the hemp substrate that I use. I always get questions about what substrate I use, and I have been using this one for a very long time. I think this is one of the smaller bags that they do, but I have had the huge bag which lasted me pretty much all year, and I just didn't have the space for it at the moment. But yeah, got this. And then here we've got a huge bag of Carefresh. I think this is the biggest bag that they do. I would show you the front, but I can't because it's got my address on it. But yeah, so this is just a huge bag of Carefresh Naturals. I actually use Carefresh in her hideaway, which is really nice and cozy, and she loves it. And when I was using Carefresh as a substrate, she would take bits of the Carefresh and use it as a nesting material. So I just like to I always like to have a bag of Carefresh Naturals because it's really good to use in the hideaways, especially at this time of year when it's getting a bit colder. And this bag is 60 litres, so it's the biggest one they do. I think this is the biggest one they do. So there is a chance I'm gonna have to pop Bluebell into her carrier when I'm sorting out the cage, especially because I'm going to be cleaning out her hideaway, and that's where she usually goes when I'm cleaning out her cage. So I might have to pop her in here for a little bit, which she's gonna hate. She hates being in this carrier. But if you're wondering where it's from Pets at Home. I've had this for quite a few years. It's actually a guinea pig carrier. They have hamster ones, but they're so small, but this is the perfect size for a dwarf hamster or a Syrian hamster, and they still do them. They have different colours. And yeah, I think that was everything I had to show you guys. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, and also one more thing, if you're new to my channel, Bluebell, she isn't the friendliest of hamsters. She's getting better. I did mention in my my most recent weekly vlog, but I know not all of you guys watch that. But I did ask if you wanted me to do like an update on Bluebell, because I've had her for a little over a year now, and when I got her she was sweet, and then she became like really cage aggressive, and I feel like she has calmed down quite a bit. I got a comment from someone a couple of weeks ago saying apparently the reason why Bluebell was so aggressive is because I don't care about her or whatever, or that I didn't try to tame her, which is complete nonsense. I've had hamsters for 8 years and all of my hamsters were tame. I managed to tame them all apart from Loki, who I adopted, and he was already quite old, and his previous owners didn't tame him, so he was kind of just stuck in his ways. But all of my hamsters have been very friendly. But with Bluebell, obviously I have tried to tame her. It's just been quite difficult with her. That's just how she is. Not all hamsters can be tamed, no matter how hard you try. Some of them just don't want to be picked up and handled and stuff, and you just have to respect that. And I feel like Bluebell's woken up at the best time possible, because I was just about to start sorting out her cage. But yeah, there she is. She looks so cute. I'm not sure if I should take her out of the cage now, or I might leave her to do her thing for a bit, because I think I'm gonna start off by taking the stuff on the outside of the cage off first. And she is so cute. I think she's waiting for me to give her a treat, because she always stands there and I usually give her a treat, so I think maybe she's waiting for me to give her something. But I already gave her treats this morning so I'll probably give her some a bit later on, because I don't like to give her too many. But she's just so cute.